Welcome to Bit Technologies. In last video we saw how to set up Angular on your machine. So in this tutorial we are going to create an Angular application and analyze its folder structure and all the important configuration files. To create a new project, go to any directory and type and open a command prompt. So I open a command prompt here. To create a new application, we will execute this Angular CLI command ng new our project name. So my project name is Ninja Store. Yes, we need Angular routing. It will ask couple of questions. So this is what style sheet format you want to use. So I prefer SCSS. I will select SCSS. And to start creating your application, you can see in your directory one folder has been created for your project. And all the necessary Angular libraries will be downloaded and saved here, which is required for our project development. Okay, so our project has been created. So we will open into Visual Studio Code Editor and analyze it. So open Visual Studio Code. Yes. Go to your folder. Go to File. Open folder. In the directory where you have created your project, Ninja Store. Select this one and select folder. So my project has been imported into Visual Studio Code. So let's see what Angular has been given by default. So there are a couple of folders. One is VS Code. This is related to your Visual Studio Code. No need to care this. Second one is node modules. As I said, Angular downloads all the library when we create new project. So all the Angular libraries will be downloaded and stored into here node module. You can see a lot of Angular libraries are here. Which is required for our project development. The third is SRC. In this folder, our source code will be. Whatever code we will write in our project, we will write here, source. These are couple of files. In these two are important. One is package.json and another one is angular.json. So let's see what is inside package.json. Package.json, three things are main. One is script here, second one is dependencies, and third one is dev dependencies. So in scripts, all the command has given to start your application, to build your application, watch and test, to test your application. These commands we run. To run these commands, just open your terminal here. It should be cmd command, not PowerShell. Okay. So to run, like to start your application, you just type npm, after that start npm start and press enter. It will start your application. To build your application, you have to run npm run build. So it will build your application. It will run this command. To test your application, npm run test. So it will run test for your application. Okay, so the second is dependencies. These are the dependencies which we are going to use in our application. These are the libraries. So this we need in our application. So let's see. There are Angular libraries, animation, common, compiler, core, forms. These are Angular. This is RxJS, TSLib and Zone.js. So these dependencies we are using in our application. And which version? This is 14 version. Angular 14 version we are using. You can see here Angular 14, common is 14, compiler for core is 14. So this is dependency, and another is due dependency. These are dependencies we require only for development. These dependencies, these libraries we need for development of our application. Like Angular CLI we need for development. CLI gives us command to develop our application. And this is Jasmine for test cases, Karma to run automatically your test, and code coverage, Karma, Jasmine. This is TypeScript. This is language we are using for development. It is 4.7.2. So this file is having all the scripts which is required for our project, and all the dependencies and their dependencies. Okay. And second most important file is AngularJSON. AngularJSON, here we customize the configuration. We give the configuration for our project. Like here assets, we have give what are the assets, where are our assets, src/assets. Like if we are using images in our application or CSS or any JavaScript files, so we will keep here, and we have given path here, assets, src/assets. Any other assets if we will have, we will list here. Here styles, all of our styles we will give here. Currently we have style.css which is src, so I give this one. And here scripts, here we give all the JavaScript files path. So these two are important files. Okay, so let's move into the src folder. Here we write our project code. Inside this a folder, environment, index.html, and these are in our source folder. So let's see one by one. Style.css, here we write global CSS for our application, global styles. Here we write, and it is configured, no need to do, you just write here and it will reflect into your HTML. This is main TS. This is main TS. I will come here. Okay, I will come back here later. Okay, this is index.html. Index.html, this is our application main HTML file. As you can see here, this is HTML5. This is head, here meta tag, here our project name, title, and this is a body, and this is app root. I will come back to this also. Okay, so this is index.main HTML file. So inside body, all our HTML code will come. Environment, like here we give development environment. As you can see, this is for production, for development, and this is production. So we give environment like backend API path we can give here. For it will, for development it will be different, and for production it will be different, so we can give here environment. This is assets folder, here we keep our styles like styles, images and CSS files we keep here in assets. And this is our app folder. We will write here, we will build here modules and components. So by default it has given, you can see one module, app module. This is main module of our application, and it has given a component, app component CSS here. This is main component of our application. This one, these four, and the routing, app routing. This is main routing. Here we will write paths to navigate inside our application. So how our main module starts? It is written here. You can see this is our main module. Its name is app module, and inside this we are starting app component, our main component. This is our main component, and inside we are using app routing module. This one, app routing module. You can see here its name is app routing module. So we are using here app routing module for our application routing, and app component, this is main component of our application, and this is module, this is main module of our application. Only these four in app folder, only these three things are there: routing, one component, one module. This is it is start from main.ts. So when we start our application, so it looks for main.ts. Inside main.ts we have given bootstrap module, app module. So it will start app module, which we have seen here, app module. And inside app module, all of our project things will be here inside main module. Okay. So what is a component? In Angular, a component is the smallest unit. A component consists four files: HTML, CSS, spec.ts and ts. This is where we write our HTML code. You can see here HTML code. This is CSS. Here we write style sheets. This spec.ts, this is test file. Here we write our unit test. Okay. And this is TypeScript file. Here we write business logic. Not business logic, we write like data. We provide for data here. Business logic we write into services. Services is for business logic. Will come later. So this is this TypeScript file provide data for our HTML. So these four files makes a component. This is smallest unit. And one module can have multiple components. So module may have multiple component. Since we have one component and one module here, and this is main, and it generates by default when we create a new Angular application. So thank you for watching. Meet you next video.